Let me introduce to you Contract Complete. So first thing you want to do is set up a contract. Now you do have the option of setting up a pre-tender contract, a quote in the form of a draft, but you can also set up an awarded contract. So in this case, we will be the contractor. So we want to identify our project name, contract name. You may have a unique contract numbering system, which will work just fine. Here I'm just adding a location. This is integrated with Google Maps. Now to get started, here's a more complicated bill of quantities. Our smart importer will recognize it and subgroup it accordingly. And this is an example of a contract using master format. We can see all the coding on there, but I'm gonna choose a simpler contract for this example. So we'll just look at a multi-trade here. Only a few line items for each section of this contract. We want to upload some shop drawings, some building specs, as well as the form of tender. This is really a Dropbox that can hold large CAD files as well. Some people really like that. And this will follow the contract start to finish. So this is great for finding documents when you need them. Oftentimes we see the most recent version, markup drawings, stored here. And then we're just going to add a few provisional items here in case the scope of work does change. Oftentimes we like it when this is predefined. Now I'm going to go through a progress here. So this is our first progress report, and we're just going to do a few line items and generate an invoice based on the progress. So as you can see, it does pick up holdbacks and track them if that's what you want. It's also going to track all your taxes, and there is some customizing features within this invoice. So we can see all the line items. Boom, we've got our document. So as you can see, there are different phases. I'll get to that a little later. In this case, in this next example, I want to show you what proposing a change order looks like. So very much like a progress report, we can really change the existing bill of quantities, but maybe we've got some provisional items, and you can also add any brand new items on there as well that may not have been defined at the start of the project. Then we can add on our authorization fields for signatures, maybe the project owner, maybe the consultant you're reporting to, it may be a prime contractor you're reporting to. In this case, I'm going to get 3 authorizations. And this just really sets up the document in a nice format to send out. Now, any change orders that are approved will get pushed through and will be added to the bill of quantities. So when we go back, so there's the change, and then we can see our change order at the bottom. So if you do have multiple change orders, it would list the multitude of changes in scope. So that's a look at this. Now I'll just do one final invoice for you, and we're just going to invoice for all of the change orders. Show you what that looks like, and then we're going to mark that first invoice as paid. And we do have a great accounts receivable, accounts payable summary page where all this would be listed. So if you are working on a multitude of projects, you would be able to find a high-level view of this. There we go. We can always add PDFs, and as we see, all the documents created are found in our document sharing file. There we go. Voila. Have a great day.